The price of Bitcoin is currently $21,102. Bitcoin's price is currently tussling with this level of resistance at $21,500. And if we break that level of resistance, boy oh boy, is it going to be a fantastic end to the week, as Bitcoin in theory should rally very significantly to the upside. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the price targets that I have for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XTP coin. We also want you, of course, to slap a like on today's video. Today's like goal is 500 likes. I know we can smash it, so let's smash that like button together, smash it, and of course, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Trying to hit, Trying to hit how many subscribers? 100,000 on this channel this year. Let's try and get to 100,000 subscribers. It's growing quite significantly right now, so keep that momentum, subscribe, and let's crack straight on by discussing what we are expecting to happen to the price of Bitcoin. There are a lot of people expecting Bitcoin's price to resume trading back down at this lower level right here, approximately $19,800, which would close the CME Gap. Looking at where the CME Gap currently sits on the price of Bitcoin, if we just let this chart reset, where I've got this green circle right here is where the CME Gap is currently sitting. You can see that basically there is a gap between these two candles right here. That is the CME Gap. It's created over the course of a weekend. However, when looking at the CME Gap, we also have more CME Gaps in the Bitcoin chart. We have one up here at $28,500. We've got another one all the way up here at $35,000. We have CME Gaps in the Bitcoin chart. Not every CME Gap closes. There are occasionally those weird ones that don't close, and occasionally, every now and again, the trade doesn't work. And when the trade doesn't work, it tends to tell you something's wrong. Something in the market has changed. Sentiment is changing. That's generally what the CME Gap is the best thing at indicating, because when sentiment is changing, the price starts changing as well. So when looking at the price of Bitcoin right now on this chart, I'm getting bullish. I'm getting quite excited about what we're expecting for the price of Bitcoin, because if we drop down now to a lower time frame, in fact, before we drop down to the lower time frame, I've had a lot of comments that, oh, look, on the daily, Bitcoin's RSI is too high. Ignore daily RSI being high. If we go back over long periods of history, when Bitcoin was actually in a bull market, it spent forever above the RSI. The RSI means nothing. It's not an indicator of whether something is high or whether something is low. It's a lagging momentum indicator that really doesn't tell you a whole lot other than bullish or bearish divergences. So ignore it when the RSI gets too high, because again, we can put that back into perspective. Look at the weekly. Well, the weekly RSI is not high compared to what we were in the bull market. So it's all about perspective, and RSI is not a great indicator of telling where we are in this market right now. We have better indicators available to us than the RSI, which is one of the reasons why I've stopped bringing it up on the channel, just because it can be quite confusing for people that are especially new to trading that don't understand the RSI is not a great way to predict of which direction Bitcoin is going to head next. So anyway, when looking at the current price of Bitcoin, we've got a couple of very clear support and resistance levels. Look, if Bitcoin is to break below the level of $20,850, which is this one right here, $20,850, we'd be expecting a fairly significant move back to the downside. And that's when we would come and close this CME Gap down here at $19,800. At the same time, we can probably continue doing this for a while until we eventually break above this level of resistance to the upside. And at the point whereby we've officially broken through $21,500, I'll be opening a huge long position. In my BYBIT account right now, I think I've got about $44,000 in USDT that I'm going to buy Bitcoin with and then go long on the price of Bitcoin. I much prefer, when trading, to trade in the currency that I am trading, essentially. So with Bitcoin, if the price of Bitcoin is going up and you're in an inverse contract, basically rather than trading USDT, you're trading with Bitcoin, it works so much better, because basically you get more Bitcoin as things like you make so much more money from doing the inverse trade rather than the USDT trade. So I can't show you that right now, again, because BYBIT's not working completely correctly on my computer, but I can show you right here, $44,500 that I want to take into the next trade. I also want to point out, for now, what I've done with my funds on BITGET, as I explained in yesterday's video, I didn't know what to do with the funds. I bought $10,000 of Polkadot with the funds that's now worth $10,505. So happy days, we're up $500 on the Polkadot investment that I just made yesterday. The entire crypto market right now is taking off. Slap a like on today's video. Don't forget, at least 500 likes. Look, if it's 500 likes and you're just watching this video, make it 600, make it 700, make it 800. Come on, let's get some growth. Let's show the market that we're not accepting the bear market anymore and we want the bull market back. So when looking, of course, we've described the price of Bitcoin. This is a CME Gap Bitcoin chart. When looking at the price of Ethereum, again, I want to point out, look, the monthly RSI is low. It means nothing. You look at the daily RSI, oh, look, it's high. It's coming back down. It means nothing. It doesn't mean a whole lot. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they sometimes do weird things. And if it's not going to go down and close that CME gap, the RSI is about as useful as a sponge soaking up the sea. It's not going to do a whole lot of good. Now, when it looks at Ethereum, we've got a very simple level of which Ethereum needs to break. It's $1,605. If we start trading on Ethereum above $1,605, the highly likelihood is we then break up to about $1,800. Again, I want to be long on Bitcoin and Ethereum for the simple reason of I think that both of them stand a high chance of rising. At the same time, we also need to consider the downside. Look, not everything will go the way that you want it to go. Of course, I want it to go up, but I don't control the market. I can't control the market. The downside level of which to watch on Ethereum will be pretty simple. Look, if we lose this downside level here, you can see that we have a huge gap in the liquidity, which would then cause the price to come back down to this level right here. So the level of which we need to watch is $1,520. If Ethereum's price trades below $1,520, currently trading at $1,571, that'd be a $50 drop already, but then we'd be expecting a further kind of $80 to $90 drop down to the next level right here, and that next level would be currently sitting at $1,440. So that's what I'd be expecting on the price of Ethereum. If we are to fail at these levels right now, I'd be expecting somewhat of a decline, back down, close those CME gaps. But if we're not going to close those gaps, we're going bullish. We're going full bull. Now, of course, at the start of today's video, I mentioned that we'd be talking about TAP as well. So like now, let's talk about TAP. TAP has been on a charge recently. If we look at the recent growth of TAP, it's gone from being worth nothing to being worth something to being worth even more with really, really high volume. 150 Bitcoin daily volume right now. And I think that TAP is going to blast through all of these resistance levels. This is nothing. Look at this. We have up to 10.69 Bitcoin in sell walls, up to 75 Satoshis. That is nothing, considering it's 1/15 of the daily volume, and that would increase the price a further 20, 30, 40%. I think that TAP is going to be on a charge for a while. I think that TAP, well, I kind of expect it to get to 100 Satoshis this week. Given the way that the fundamentals are set up, given the adoption of the application, given that they've gained tens of thousands of new users in a very short period of time, I expect that TAP is going to be a really good hold for a while still. And I like the look of the coin. I mean, genuinely, seriously. This is on a charge. This is natural momentum that is building in the price of the coin, currently sitting at 65 Satoshis. We had a bit of a wobble earlier today. Some whales exiting, some people just taking profit. Never a bad idea. But at the same time, I think that we'll keep surpassing these highs and just keep trading to the upside. Why do I think that? Well, because I'm expecting that we have a move at least the size of the previous move that we had. And in fact, I don't know if I've completely plotted this correctly. If we go bottom to top in terms of what the size of the previous move was, and then we apply that to this move bottom to top, that means the price in theory should get to at least 83 Satoshis before we top out. My personal expectation would be 100 Satoshis. I expect that TAP is going to get to 100 Satoshis, and I'll be a very happy boy when he does get there. But I am happy already, and I imagine that a lot of you TAP investors are very happy right now, given how much money you've probably made over the course of the past week. And I expect that growth is going to continue. So hopefully it does, and hopefully we see the price of this coin continuing to rise. We may have a little bit of a pennant outwards here, you never know. We may end up with some kind of situation like this. But ultimately, I expect to keep looping to the upside, given that the USA launch for the TAP debit card is coming very, very soon. And when that comes, expect big, big news. So anyway, what else have we got to discuss? Probably not a whole lot, to be honest. We could probably wrap things up here. So if you don't already have any Bitcoin, buy it on the TAP application. You'll find that linked in today's video description. If you are new to trading and you want to learn how to trade, please do check out my trading tutorial. You'll find it linked to the top of the screen. At the same time, if you are an experienced trader and you want to trade more, then please do check out BYBIT and BITGET. You'll find links in today's video description. BITGET offers $15 for free, an $8,000 deposit bonus, but $15 for just making an account, deposited in your account on the Friday. And BYBIT is offering $30,000 for free, depending on how much you deposit and how much you trade. All the link is on the information in today's video descriptions. And if you want to access BITGET from the USA, get a VPN. Essentially, you can use a VPN to access some of these exchanges from the USA. So just to point that out to you, not saying that you should do that, but you could use a VPN if you wanted to, and you'll find one linked in today's video description. It costs £5 a month, but you can also pay for it in dollars. It's like $7 a month or something like that, but it's the best VPN that you can buy, better than NordVPN in my opinion right now anyway. I'm not fully using NordVPN, but I use ExpressVPN, been using it for a very, very long time, like years now. So yeah, check that out, link in today's video description. Have a great day, everyone, and thank you very much for watching. Like the video, go on, do it now. Thank you, bye.